The ABC 10 vaccine team continues to stand for you, tracking the latest with supply issues. We are now learning the supply of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is about to take a steep decline for the next couple of weeks in our state. This week, the state got more than 1.5 million doses. Next week, it'll be 1 million. The week after, the state will receive just under 1 million shots. So now, to put all these numbers into perspective, the supply projections for the next 2 weeks are near what we received in the second half of March. So how long will these supply issues last?
And hopefully a bigger bump next week. They continue to say that mid-April is when we should see an increase in the allocation.
Okay, this all comes as the state prepares to open vaccine eligibility to anyone over the age of 16. Now, the good news, officials say not much is expected to change with the current plan. People can still make appointments, especially at some major hospitals like UC Davis Health. They won't be impacted by the supply shortage. Right now, we're still looking at how the supply constraints will impact the mass vaccine site that just opened at the Stockton Arena. Brittany?
So as the Johnson & Johnson single-dose shot becomes scarce for the first time being, a lot of you might be getting 2-dose shots. But many of you are wondering, how much do you really need that second dose? Here's what experts are saying.
It's just like a law enforcement officer only wearing a bulletproof vest on half of their chest.
The first dose, you get some protection, but what we don't know, and why I would encourage people to continue to follow what the science is suggesting, is that second dose may really prolong your duration of immunity so that, again, you're protected for a longer period of time.
So according to a CDC report, researchers looked at nearly 4,000 frontline workers in 8 cities. They found a single dose of Pfizer or Moderna had 80% effectiveness after 14 days. However, 14 days after a second dose, the effectiveness in preventing coronavirus infection rose to 90%. So we can verify if you skip that second dose, you will not have maximum protection. Immunity also might not last as long. Of course, well, as you know, studies are still being done.
Always. Yep. Okay, let's look at where things stand right now in our state. More than 21.4 million shots have been given out so far, and about a quarter of the residents are fully vaccinated, with almost 27 million doses delivered to California. Now, for the latest on vaccine efforts and how you can get a shot, just use your phone, the phone's camera, to scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen.